What's going on, everybody? We're back in D-Court's garage, D-Court2Ts on Instagram. Go ahead and follow me right now and comment on my most recent post, chicken wings. Guys, we are back. We got the Speed 3 right here. We need to make a video, a quick video of the coolest daily driver mod I recently got. Now, I recently got this modification because of Throttle. They hooked me up with the best interior daily driver mod yet to date. I've used it for the past couple days and it has been the best thing ever. But before we get to that, we need to do one super quick thing to the Miata in order to get it to drive. If you checked out the last video I made, it was about this car and getting it to look really good like it does right now. I went over everything on how to make this engine bay look a ton better. But if you notice right here, the oil feed for the turbo is not hooked up because we need to put on this restrictor. I stripped out this restrictor about a week ago. Got a new one. We need to put this on and then we need to attach the oil feed right here to it. See if the car starts up and we should be good, and then we'll be able to hop onto the Speed 3.
On my own, but I don't know.
Alright, that should be it right there. There is the restrictor, the gold piece right there, and there's the turbo feed line right here. The turbo feed line gets the oil from the oil filter sandwich that's on that side of the motor. Where the oil filter is, pretty much under the intake manifold, the line runs all the way behind here and right to here. Got a little bit of heat shielding right here simply because the manifold and the turbo get very hot. Shield that as best as possible simply because we don't want to cook our oil right away. That's kind of why I have it kinked out as well. Trying to get it away from the turbo as much as possible instead of running the line like right here. And now we're going to have to hook up the battery, turn on the car, see if it starts. Hopefully it does, and we should be good. I'm going to prime it really quick because there's no oil in the turbo feed line. Would it matter? Probably not, but I'm just going to do it anyways. I'm just going to take out the fuel injector relay. So basically the fuel injectors won't be able to work. And then I'm going to crank the car over a couple times and hopefully we can get some oil pressure going through and keeping the turbo from blowing itself up with no oil. I did everything correctly. I'm going to jump out of the car, assuming it starts and sounds okay right away. I'm going to jump out of the car, make sure there's no leaks anywhere, and we should be good. Boys and girls, that would be where the turbo feed goes on the car. That would be the turbo feed line. And this is the restrictor that only lets in so much oil to the turbo so you don't get over oiling problems. So I just called CX Racing, finding out that this is not the right restrictor size. They sell multiple restrictors for their T25 to T28 turbochargers, which makes zero sense at all. It looks very similar, but it definitely does not fit after been trying to work on this now for probably 45 minutes. This is a CX Racing restrictor too. I bought from them on eBay. Said he'd call me back tomorrow because they're getting ready to close soon. So the customer service is absolute garbage because he wouldn't stay on the phone with me and figure out what restrictor size it was. All I need to know is the sizing on both that turbo is. He said you need to check the box that the turbo comes with because the restrictor, it's typically in the box that the turbo comes with. And then he'd be able to tell me what size it is. And I'm like, dude, why can't you just do that right now? Like, I'm sure it doesn't take that much time. So just another reason not to get anything CX Racing, which is nice. Tell you what, I wouldn't have this problem if I got a Garrett turbo. This is very frustrating because I've been waiting on this part that came a day late as well. Guaranteed to come Tuesday, came Wednesday. And now it's not fitting when it's described to fit a T28 CX Racing turbo. So I will not be ordering anything from CX Racing anytime soon. It would help if I had keys. Look how dirty and filthy this car is. I have so much work to do before Sunday. Ah! So this is a Speed 3, and this is my new Android unit. This thing is insane. I actually still have the little sticker on here, trying to keep it real nice. Really quickly, I'm gonna go grab the other head unit, show you guys the difference between the two, and we can compare them. Let me come to my office here. Sick. Yep. So here is my other head unit. Obviously, there is no screen on this thing. This is the stock Mazdaspeed 3 head unit. Yeah, looks old. Here is the new head unit. It is an Android head unit. I'm gonna get close to taking this thing out right now just to show you how freaking easy it actually is to change the head unit on a Speed 3. I thought I was gonna have to take out the center console and the climate control stuff right here just to get this thing off, but it's actually so much easier than that. All you have to do is take this thing off. It's held in by a clip, so you get like a screwdriver back here, and then you get a clip popper back here. Pull this towards you, and then there's a bolt right here and a bolt right here holding in the head unit, and that's literally it. You undo the clips that the head unit is connected to, and that's it. The head unit comes off in 2 freaking seconds. It's actually awesome in this car. I thought it was easy on the Miata. You have to take out the center console and then one other thing under, like next to the center console, and then you can get out the head unit, but this is actually a million times easier, which was really cool. I thought it was going to be difficult, but it's not. All you have to do is take out the air vents in the middle of the dash, when they're just held in by clips, pull it back towards you. There's like a screw here, head unit comes out, pull out the clips, that is it. It's called an Eonon 8.1 Android head unit. So here's me turning on the car. There is the head unit. In this lighting, it looks really bad. Here it is, it's all touchscreen. There's like a nav button right here, GPS and all that other good stuff. So it looks actually really simplistic. It's really easy, just fast forward the volume controls and all that goodness. The touchscreen's actually really good. And what's really cool about something like this is you can literally download apps, any app you want. If you notice, I have YouTube, I have Netflix, Spotify, Pandora, Sirius, radio. You can literally download any app you want and play it, but you can't play it while you're driving. There's a button to turn it off, whether you want it to work when you're only in park or whether you want it to work at all times. Honestly, I just don't do it while driving because it's kind of pointless. Like, you should be looking at the road, but you can do it while driving. Maybe if you had a passenger or something that wanted to watch a movie, because Netflix is on here. Any app on the App Store you can get on here, which is insane to me. You can get on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that goodness. You can type on here. You can do the Google Talk thing where you can literally just say words and it will pick up what you say and put it into the text bar or whatever. It has Bluetooth navigation, you know, regular, obviously, radio. Some of you may be wondering, how would you watch YouTube when you're not on Wi-Fi or anything like that? Well, you just go into your settings on your phone, turn on your personal hotspot, and connect to it. And the good thing I have is unlimited data, so it's really just not even a big deal for me to put on my hotspot. All you do is put it on, connect right away. It takes 2 seconds, and you yourself have YouTube. I mean, this thing's crazy. It even has, like, you know, Google Chrome. You can look up anything on the internet if you wanted to. And what's really insane as well,
The Pandora Premium session starts now. Search and play.
I don't know if this is gonna be able to pick up through the actual camera, but I'm listening to some no copyright sounds right now, and on the head unit itself there's this button called amplifier, and you can go through a couple different settings of how your car wants to sound. So typically I listen to it on rock, which is just like a normal setting, I would say. There's a decent amount of bass and it just sounds very normal, like the speakers used to sound with the other head unit. I'm gonna put the camera through a couple different settings. Now I'm gonna go to this pop setting, which essentially has 0 bass at all. All right, now I'm gonna go back to rock, which is definitely a little bit more bumpier. So we'll go back to rock, same volume. So it starts bumping, right? And then I discovered this button down here which says loudness. You put that thing on and the stock head unit was never ever able to achieve what loudness on rock achieves with this unit. I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear this through the camera, but it's pretty intense. Here we go. It freaking rattles Oh my god. Oh god, turn that off. So, do I typically like listening to a ton of bass like that? Definitely not, but it's cool to get your friends in the car and you just put on freaking Mercy by Kanye West. That thing slaps the bass constantly. So here we're watching an old video of mine. Turn the volume up. It's really cool. It's essentially like a tablet. You just click skip ad and then go to full screen. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for coming back to the channel. And the quality video, it is an exciting one. I am going to show you the new car I literally just bought yesterday. So it's kind of a big deal. Kind of tough to see from the camera to the thing. It makes it look a lot worse, but I'm telling you, the quality is just as good as my laptop. It's pretty incredible. It gets to 1080, sounds good. It's freaking crazy, and it's so easy to use. The touch sensitivity is really good. Overall, I can say this was by far the best thing I could have done to this car, considering it is my daily driver, because there's just so many options. If I'm ever waiting for someone, which I do a lot because I live kind of far away, so if I get somewhere, I can't just really go home, so I will rather wait somewhere for an hour. Now I can literally touch the freaking computer of my car, essentially, and go and watch any YouTube video or Netflix or anything like that while I wait for the people, or I can just put on Pandora, put on Spotify, put on any of that stuff through the actual head unit. Head unit's super clean too, everything's brand new. The touch sensitivity is really great. It makes the music sound even better, which is really cool. So honestly, it's probably the best mod I've done daily driving wise. And it's pretty awesome. I really want to thank Throttle for giving me the opportunity to have this piece. I'll put a link in the description down to their parts store too. They actually might even have this on their site. I'm not exactly sure. So I realized I didn't really film the process of putting it in and all that, but that was on Throttle's channel. So if you want to check that out, that will be on Throttle's channel of my car putting it in. But I did want to show you guys the product itself because it is really, really cool. I do support it 100%. I definitely wouldn't recommend watching YouTube videos while driving or watching Netflix while driving because that could get really dangerous, along with just straight up illegal in the United States. I posted the head unit on accident of a song that was playing. Basically, someone commented, actually 3 people commented, where'd you get the head unit? So I definitely wanted to make a video on it. I didn't want to like put you guys in the dark for that because I knew I would get questions down the road basically saying, what happened? Why didn't you film that install or whatever? For one, I didn't film the install again because it's on Throttle's channel, and 2, it's so freaking easy to do that it was kind of pointless to film it because it would be a 60-second thing. That is it, guys. The Android head unit is super sweet. I see why people are going crazy over them. We do have more things to do to this car before the meetup on the 28th. That is Sunday. You guys should come out 12 to 5. It's in Murrieta, California. I'll have the information down below. It is a super cool unit, and that is going to be it for me today, guys. If you liked the video, like the video. You guys go down there and like the video right now. You guys don't realize how much that helps content creators. Go like the video. Please like the video. If you stayed this far, comment squirrel, because that's my favorite thing to comment. So if you like the video, like the video. If you didn't like the video, like the video. And if you want to comment, go for it. And subscribe. Bye.
I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. The cold nights just don't feel the same. Oh.